We have breaking news here at home. A man is in the hospital after he was shot multiple times, and police think the gunman may be responsible for another violent crime overnight. News Channel 5's Blake Rosnowski has been following this story all morning long. Blake, how did they connect the two crimes?
Rebecca, it all came together because of a red Chevy Impala. So like you said, somebody was shot in South Nashville this morning, but earlier yesterday evening, they believe the same group of people could have been involved in an assault and a robbery, and they were able to then connect that here to the Citgo gas station, where they said that that's where they found a vehicle matching that same description. And you can see that was happening just before 3, where police were investigating that red Chevy Impala at the Citgo in East Nashville. But at this point, they're not officially confirming whether or not the suspects stopped here matched those earlier descriptions they had. Metro believes it all started earlier yesterday evening, like I was saying, in Madison around 9:30 p.m. 3 employees from the Las Maracas were talking outside of work in a red Impala with 3 black men and 1 black woman pulled up. And that's when they say that they were assaulted, all 3 of those employees, and money was stolen from them. And they also say that a witness was threatened to be shot if they called police. Then just after midnight at the Whispering Hills apartment, police say a man was walking near the K building when 3 black men got out of a similarly described red car and attempted to rob him. That's when he was pistol whipped in the face and also shot in his leg and foot. Luckily, those injuries are supposed to be non-critical at this point, and he is in stable condition at the Vanderbilt Medical University Center. My last update from the captain, he was not providing any further information, as they do not want to damage the investigation, because they do plan on needing to do some lineups of those suspects, and at this point nobody has been officially charged for any of those crimes, but as soon as they are, we will be sure to update you. Live in East Nashville, Blake Rosnowski, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Blake. A military plane reportedly carrying explosives has crashed in East Tennessee. We've been following this developing story all night. It happened near Tellico Plains in the Cherokee National Forest. A pilot and a student were in the U.S. Navy plane when it crashed. We're told the National Guard will be on scene today to help find the plane, but recovery efforts actually were stopped last night around 10 o'clock.
And happening now, Metro Police are searching for a man who attacked someone at a fast food restaurant. They say it happened at the Popeyes on Jefferson Street around 8 o'clock last night. 2 men got into a fight, and 1 man ended up having to be taken to the hospital. The other got away. Cheatham County deputies are giving new details about 2 bodies found in burned out cars.
Now, they believe both of these victims were from Nashville, and they tell us they think the bodies were taken to Cheatham County simply to dispose of those bodies. Both were found within the last month near River Road. A spokesperson for the TBI says they have not been able to confirm if these cases are connected. So far, no one is in custody. And 1 week after the shooting rampage that killed one of their members, the congregation at Burnett Chapel Church of Christ came together to pray.
We can definitely say God was with us last week.
That's Caleb Engel. He's the 22-year-old usher who confronted the suspect, Emmanuel Sampson, holding Sampson at gunpoint until police arrived. The community hailed him a hero, but Caleb says he doesn't think of himself that way.
Everyone in this church is a hero. God was most definitely the hero.
Melanie Crow-Smith died, and 7 other church members were injured, including the preacher, Joey Spann. But as the church begins the healing process, they say that begins with forgiving the gunman.
There are repercussions to what he did. He needs to pay them. But our hope and prayer, just like Caleb said, is that Emmanuel will come back to Christ.
Sampson's being held without bond on murder charges. He will face a judge a little later this week.